Hi everybody, so we've had 2 weeks of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 with the PlayStation, Xbox and PC betas. So the question is, should you buy, wait or pre-order? Now, if I do a little recap first about my feelings after the first beta weekend. So the first beta weekend I was playing on my old PlayStation 4 and I took it all the way up to the level cap, level 15, and my feelings was that I felt that Modern Warfare 2 seemed to have a good, solid foundation. It was pretty Modern Warfare 19-like, which for me is excellent because I love that game. It felt way better than Vanguard. However, what I was worried about was the fact that the maps on offer weren't really anything special in terms of looks or gameplay. And kind of my conclusions really were, look, I think we need to wait for the next beta weekend, because traditionally in a Call of Duty beta we get some really good maps. You know, they always give you the best maps, or you know, the top tier maps that are going to be coming with the game. Okay, so what happened this weekend? Well, unfortunately we didn't get any better maps. We got another map, we got Valderas, and we got ground war maps as well. But yeah, it was very disappointing. So this weekend though, I've been playing on my Xbox Series S. So I've got to say, runs incredibly well on the Series S. I've got the field of view set up at 120 degrees, so it looks amazing, looks like a high-end gaming PC. The sound is excellent, and that's something I think we really need to take away from this. The Modern Warfare 2 sound engine is top-notch. You can really tell when people are below you or above you, unlike in Modern Warfare 2019, and that bodes very well for Warzone when it comes out a few weeks after the official release of Modern Warfare 2. So it runs really cool. But then we had Valderas Museum, and it's just a boring map. It's too big for 6v6, and there's too many of these maps in this beta, I felt, that didn't feel like a battlefield. You know, they were just places you were fighting in. You know, and for comparison with the Modern Warfare 2019 beta, we had Gunrunner. Do you remember that one? That was a 10v10 map. In like a logging place where there was like a little bit of a railway on one side, or you could go inside the kind of factory. There was a mine actually on the left hand side that you go inside, and then there was more trains at the back. Really nice big map. You had Grasnerade, another 10v10 map, which had like this open trench area on one side and this more urban area down the middle and to one side. Really cool. And we had Hackney Yard, which was tight 6v6, really good for domination and hardpoint and stuff like that. Really good maps, top tier maps when it came to the full release of the game. And then Cold War, with the beta of that, we had Satellite, which was an amazing map with the desert on one side and then the kind of cliffs and the rocks on the other. We had Cartel, where you had there was like a river on one side, and there was this field in the middle, and then these warehouses on the other side. And then you had Crossroads in the snow. You know, and again, these turned out to be top tier maps. But all of the maps in this beta have been a bit, oh dear. And then Invasion was turned on, and I thought, brilliant, this is going to be like ground war 20 versus 20 with bots as well. But it was on this big map, which was very urban, but there was no objectives, so it was just like a massive game of TDM. And you know, don't get me wrong, I enjoy a game of TDM, I do. But when you have lots and lots of players on a big map, you really need objectives to be able to take and defend. Otherwise, you just end up with lots of people just camping and killing people, which drove me crazy. Now we did get full we did get full ground war that came out, but again, it was very urban. There was all these buildings down the middle, and then the tanks could move around the sides, but they didn't take your breath away in the way that Farmland did in Modern Warfare 2019, or I forget, Quarry. That was another really cool. You remember in Quarry you would fight through the kind of factory area in the middle, and then at one side you had those cliffs where the tanks would go up there and you'd be firing rockets at them. Or even the one that was in downtown. I mean that was really good. And I was thinking, oh god, because you kind of got this big opportunity with Modern Warfare 2, where they've increased the movement speed from 2019. It's not as fast as Cold War or Vanguard, which is a good thing. So it's a little bit more tactical. So when you move around the map, you can do so and make decisions that will affect the gameplay in a good way, and you feel rewarded for thinking like that. And then if you get shot, like, well, that was my fault. Whereas in like Vanguard, you know, you start shooting, you immediately get shot from the other direction by someone else. So you had this, and yet you had these boring maps that don't get me wrong, they're okay to play on, but they're not, you know, they're not brilliant. They're not giving us anything more. You're better off going back and probably playing Modern Warfare 2019, or, you know, not buying it. You know, don't buy Modern Warfare 2. Just wait till we have Warzone 2, because it's going to be the same engine, and you're going to get those sound improvements. And from what we understand, you're not going to be taking your loadouts from Modern Warfare 2 into Warzone. You've got to buy the guns while you're in the game. So, you know, maybe save $100 and skip this COD, you know, and just play Warzone 2. Unless, of course, you've got a lot of friends who are going to be playing Call of Duty, then it'd be worth doing it that way. And then last night I leveled up the M4 on my Xbox, and I got it set up like I wanted to. I unlocked the smoke grenades, and which I use on domination to capture flags. And I tell you what, I had some really good games, and I really enjoyed it. I felt that it started to come together, it started to click, and I started to look beyond the average map and had a good time, which is what I always look for from Call of Duty. It's a casual multiplayer shooter that I just want to be able to fire up and play half an hour and have a good arcadey experience. And I felt that I had that last night, and I did enjoy it. And I was top of the lobby in one of the games as well, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is okay. Ground War was disappointing, but the multiplayer was okay. So I kind of swung around a little bit, and I'm kind of in the position now where I'm thinking it's worth pre-ordering, so that you can get the campaign out of the way, because you can play that a week early, can't you? And I think that, fingers crossed, let's trust the fact that this is going to be, we're going to get some better maps at launch, and this is going to be a 2-year Call of Duty, so there's going to be lots and lots of maps coming out over the next 2 years, and that will then take us into the Microsoft-owned version of Activision and Call of Duty, where hopefully Phil Spencer of Xbox will just say to Infinity Ward, and he'll say to Treyarch and say to Sledgehammer, look, take all the time you need, take all the money you need to make the Call of Duties that you've always wanted to. You know, we're not Activision, we are Microsoft. We have billions of pounds. We can wait till you make a good game, and we're not scared about delaying stuff. And so, yeah, so I've kind of come around now to thinking, yes, I think Modern Warfare 2 is a solid foundation. The gunplay is good, the gameplay is good. I just really hope that we have some really interesting maps to play on at launch. So there we go. So my conclusion from the betas is, if you're a big fan of Modern Warfare 2019 and you like Cold War, I think probably you're going to be okay pre-ordering it. Obviously, if you played the beta and you've enjoyed it, happy days. If you're a bit on the fence, though, watch some more gameplay, get a few more viewpoints from other people before you pre-order. And there's nothing wrong with waiting until after the game comes out and seeing those reviews, seeing those people, see how many maps we get at release, and then making a decision there. You never actually save any money on Call of Duty, you know, for the first few months, because they're looking towards Christmas, aren't they? But also, you never pay more than you do when you pre-order the game. It's always at its most expensive. So there we go. What do you think? Put your questions and comments down below. If you found the video useful, hit like, comment, say, press subscribe, and I will of course see you again soon.
Got your 6.
Friendly UAV on station. Changing mag. recon flyover.
Copy. UAV. Objective Bravo secure. Enemy is taking Bravo.
Rogue system out.
Enemy is securing Bravo. Enemy UAV active. Shit. We have lost Bravo. Enemy is taking Alpha. UAV is being refueled. RTB at this time.
I'm with you.
Securing. Securing objective Bravo. Objective Charlie secure.
I'll back you up.
Ghost activated.
Enemies.
Secure Bravo. Enemy securing Alpha. Enemy taking Alpha. We control all objectives. Maintain the perimeter. The enemy took Alpha. We've lost half the field. Fight back. We're losing Bravo.
Covered.
Friendly UAV online. Two
Enemy in
objectives
the area.
secured. Securing Bravo. Everybody down, Bravo.
Changing that. Throw and smoke. Requesting recon flyover.
Copy that.
Throw system out. Changing mag.
UAV is exiting the AO.
Low on ammo.
Standing by.
Switching mags.
Our UAV is orbiting the area. Enemy is securing Bravo. Tiger 311. Secure the lead. Bravo is compromised. We are taking Bravo.
Got you covered.
Friendly
Cluster
cluster
mine
mine deployed. Securing objective Bravo. Enemy UAV active.
Visual. Toxic smoke.
Friendly UAV on station. Secure Bravo. Bravo secure. Friendly UAV online.
Enemy is close. Loading. I'll back you up.
Friendly UAV on station.
Broken.
We have the lead. Enemy is taking Bravo. Securing Alpha. We are losing Bravo. We have secured two objectives. The enemy took Bravo.
Loading.
Enemy
On your
UAV
six.
overhead.
Throwing attacks.
Enemy care package incoming. Enemy
Requesting recon
Enemy controls
flyover.
two objectives. UAV orbiting the AO. Recon is online. Alpha secure. Area. We are taking Bravo.
Throwing smoke.
Enemy
Send out.
You secure the lead.
Throwing flashbang.
Enemy is taking Charlie. UAV is being fuel. RTB this time. Objective Charlie is compromised. Take it back. Enemy is taking Bravo. Enemy is taking Alpha. Our
Throwing
UAV
thermite.
is moving in the area. Friendly counter UAV is online. Control two objectives.
Throwing sandbag.
Losing Alpha. We are losing Bravo. Securing Charlie.
Reloading. Enemy fight push.
Charlie. We have lost Bravo. We are losing Alpha. We control Charlie. Enemy is taking Charlie. We have lost Alpha.
Tossing smoke grenade.
Secure Bravo. Enemy is securing Charlie. Entering ground. Don't stop. Objective Bravo secure.
Throwing sandbag.
Securing Bravo. Victory secure. Good fight.